Have a fucking hour to record this before I gotta get in the shower, so let's speed this shit along. Um, so I didn't plan on recording a vlog today, at least this morning afternoon. But something did happen, and as you will infer from the title of the stream or from the title of the video, it is what it is. Shit happens, life happens, and at the end of the day, we gotta get over it somehow. And that's what this is going to be about, just getting over things, and it's going to be coming with an example of something that happened, and I'm just going to let it go and get over it. So many of you know I was dating someone. That is no longer going on. She believes it is best that we remain friends, and, that's fine. It stung a little bit, but it's ultimately fine. And I'm not going to go into the whole reasoning of why she said it or why she thinks that would be best. Maybe that's for another video. But I don't want to go too far into the personal things of that. And if you guys did know who it was and she happens to show up in stream one day or she happens to be around, don't take it as an open invitation to be mean to her. Like, again, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I'm not going to let myself be upset about it. But, so that means you guys should not be upset over it either. Again, it is what it is. I used to hate that phrase, but my brother would use it so often. And, it's a dumb little thing, but it describes exactly what something is. It is what it is. Um, you know, um, so, there's a lot of shit that's happened in my life that I've talked about on stream. Of course, the bipolar was a big one. Um, of course, what happened in my past, what happened with my father, what happened with some other people, bullies at school, other people I would live with, things like that. It is what it is. Of course, that stuff still gets to me. Still makes me feel fucking terrible sometimes. But that's during depressive episodes. In my normal state, those things don't bother me as much, if not at all. And right now, this isn't personally bothering me very much. I did want a lot of answers because I don't like when things just kind of come out of the blue. Um, but then again, it's something I kind of saw coming. Like the day before, I'm like, she's probably just gonna want to be friends after this, and that's fine. Like I was mentally preparing myself for that all night. I even had a fucking dream about it. That's how much that thought was present. But I'm not gonna let it impact what I'm doing today. I'm not gonna let it stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm still gonna be going to the gym. I'm still gonna be sticking with my 5 year plan. Just now I'll be able to focus on other things. And I've been thinking about it a lot. I kind of want to get back to recording the Region Locked series from my other YouTube channel, Masochist Sarovich, or Sarovich the Masochist. Um, because I adored that series, and a lot of people really like that series. And I want to get back to the difficulty based reviews. Like, my most viewed video on my main channel is my Blackthorn TAS. On my other channel, it's my Skyrim Legendary difficulty review, and I think that was a little clickbaity because some people thought it was a Legendary edition review, but I tried to specify that it was a difficulty review. Um, but that's sitting at like 3,000 some odd views, and that's fucking amazing. But the average viewership or the average views on those region locked videos is somewhere between 50 and 60, which is pretty fantastic for someone who's sitting at 20 subs on that channel. So I want to get back to that. In fact, I have like a whole episode of Region Locked just sitting on my PC for Gex 2, Enter the Gecko. And, I just stopped recording that when I moved. I didn't record the audio for it, I didn't record the voiceover, I didn't do any of the editing. But I have all the footage and I have the script. So maybe I can get back to that, and now that I'm going to have a lot more time to myself since my uncle's gone, I'm actually going to be able to record videos the way I wanted to record videos. I'm going to be able to talk the way I wanted to talk when I'm alone. So that's going to be fantastic. It does mean that I'm going to be able to stream a little better. Um, I hate to say he was one of the reasons I didn't stream as much, because that's a bold-faced lie. Um, but I felt more afraid to say the things I wanted to say because, he could be looming in the background and just listening, and I really didn't need him knowing my personal shit. So, again, it is what it is. Life happens, shit happens, and at the end of the day, we just have to sit back and accept what happened. You don't have to be okay with it, but you do have to accept it at some point or another. You can't just deny that it ever happened. You can't just be like, I'm going to ignore that problem. It ties into what we talked about yesterday, just burying your issues. Um, I could very easily bury this. You guys could never hear about it. I could just sit and stew in it forever, but if I do that, I know I'm going to drive myself crazy doing it. I'm going to overanalyze, overthink, and just overall, like the thing I did with my previous relationship, I didn't talk about it that much, and that's my fault. Um, I didn't talk about it when it ended, and so like I ended up stewing over it a lot. So like even up to this point, like I would think of the um, what's the word I'm looking for? The um, I guess hypocrisies, things that were said, but then like just didn't end up being the case. That's not what a hypocrite is. Um, Someone who says you should do something but doesn't do it themselves or something like that. That's not the word I'm looking for. Fuck. I don't know what word I'm looking for. This is the problem with doing these on the fly. So, point is, I didn't talk about the relationship much, and I just thought about all the things that were said between us and just ultimately weren't true. Like, just, it is what it is. Shit happens. I accepted it. I wasn't okay with it for a while. That's my alarm going off. Um, Son of a bitch. I'm up before I'm supposed to be. So, yeah, I didn't talk about it a lot. Shit happened. Life happened, and so whatever. I'm not gonna let this get me down. I'm still gonna do what I'm supposed to do. That's the key to it. That's the key to getting through life. When shit does happen, just keep doing what you're supposed to do. Keep following your 5 year plan. If you don't have a 5 year plan, come up with a 5 year plan. It will fucking change your life. It will give you a direction to go. That's what I did. I sat down one day, I created a 5 year plan, and now I know exactly, well, I know where I'm supposed to be in 5 years. We'll see how that plays out when I'm actually at that point. But I'm assuming life is going to be much better then. I'm going to have a much better job. I'm going to be in a much better place, relationship or no relationship. And so, you know, um, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do. I still functioned yesterday despite what happened with my uncle. I'm going to function today despite what happened this morning. And it's not like a big thing that happened. Like, it's just, we're just going to be friends. And that's fine. Like, I would much prefer to have a friend than nothing. At least now I can go to this person and tell them my problems without being like, I sound like a complete whiny bitch to this person. They're not going to like me anymore. Of course, that's always been the issue I had with talking to anyone about my problems. I never wanted to, and then I started. And then I just kept doing it because it made me feel a lot better about what was going on. Again, it is what it is. So, this is going to be a really short vlog. Really short, even though it's going to be like fucking 15 minutes. That's basically the message I want to convey. Just if something does happen in your life, something very traumatic, like if someone dies in your life, or if there's a fight that breaks out, or someone just, just wants to be friends with you, don't let it get you down too much. Like, of course, there's going to be this grieving period for that sort of thing, with anything, really, with anything that goes wrong. But the key to getting through that is just to keep doing what you're doing, keep going through the motions. Just try to get through your life. Just try to get through that day. Take it one day at a time. Don't be like, oh yeah, years from now, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can have a 5 year plan, but you gotta take that shit one day at a time. You gotta take life as it comes to you. You gotta deal with life as it comes to you. And, yeah, that's about all I want to say. Just, it is what it is. Fucking accept it. That sounds like, oh my god. Yeah, it is what it is. Accept it. You don't have to be okay with it, but you do have to accept it, and eventually you have to move on. Don't just dwell in the past. I spent months doing that. I spent years doing that. I spent years dwelling in the past about shit that happened. And there's no point in doing that at all. My eyes hurt. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. So, just, face what's ahead of you. Try not to let the past bring you down. Accept what happened, move on, keep doing what you're supposed to do, and eventually everything's gonna work out. Everything, and this is something I love to be told, even if it's a bold-faced lie, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Everyone needs to hear that at some point in their lives. So, you know, if it's me telling you today, if it's a friend of yours telling you that tomorrow, just, and even if you just have to ask someone to tell you, you know, just being told that means a lot. Um, and so that's me telling it to myself because I listen to myself talk sometimes. You know, everything's going to be okay. And I have to believe that. I'm going to believe that. I choose to believe that. I choose to continue on with my life, to continue doing the things I'm supposed to do. Take away from this the positives and leave behind the negatives. And that's something I try to do with every person that I meet. I try to take away a lot of the positives and integrate them into my person, and then move on away from the negatives. Even when it comes to people like my father, because he did teach me things. He taught me how to basically tackle life, I guess. He taught me to stand up for myself, although I didn't do that for the longest time. Now I sort of do it a little bit. But he taught me a few things, and I still take those with me. Everyone in my life that I've met, that I've been friends with, has taught me something, whether they realize it or not, that I've taken with me throughout the years, that I've integrated into my person. And I highly recommend that you do the same thing. Even if you're in a terrible place, like even if you know the shittiest person alive, take away from them something positive that you can remember them for. And even if they're a shitty person, they've done more than enough to make your life better. So, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, accept what happened, move past it, keep doing what you're supposed to do, and take away the positives from it. So, I think at that, I'm going to go ahead and kill the vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this thing. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you purely for the fact that you exist. Oh my goodness, I love that outro. I'm going to go and get ready for the gym because I have my training session today, and I'm probably going to die to death. But that's fine. I actually don't feel as shitty from working out yesterday as I did from the first day, so that's really cool. Even from the second day. So, you know, yeah, I think that's it. Just thank you guys. I love you guys a lot. You guys mean a lot to me. The fact that you're watching this is fucking amazing. And if you made it to the end of the video, we're going to make this a regular thing. If you made it to the end of the video, fucking say Cheez-Its in the comments. Because I love Cheez-Its. I think I love Cheez-Its. I have a severe liking of Cheez-Its, and it's not healthy. So I guess that's kind of the definition of loving something. What the fuck am I saying? Okay, so I'm going to kill this now. Fucking bye. That's a stupid outro. Bye. Just cocked my head to the side. Bye. Fuck it. I'll see you guys later.